And we're live. We're live.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah. Islam, Islam, Islam. Arise, giving all thanks and perfect praises to Allah, highest honors to His holy prophet, and honors to all participating in the comprehensive program of uplifting fallen humanity. I'd like
That's
to
right.
also extend honors to all past, present, and future leaderships of the Moore Science Temple of America.
That's
I'd
right.
like to give honors to my leadership, Brother L. Portisel. I'd like to give honors to our esteemed guest, my brother, my comrade, Sharif Anael-Bey. And
Uh,
we're back. We're back on Let's Think Podcast.
that's right.
Yes,
Let's think
sir.
podcast.
Yes, sir. How you doing today, brother?
Brother, I am Moorish by the will of Allah, brother man. Praise Allah. And I
Praise.
know you are too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely by will and by permission, will and grace of Allah. We very much so Moorish.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have
Interesting topic.
interesting topic, should I say the
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
and
first, let me. I want to first rise and give praise to Allah, honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, honors to the Moorish Science Temple of America. Prophet Drew Ali is the savior of humanity. He's the savior of me. You know what I mean?
Allah.
And honors to the example that he set, not just the teaching.
Yes.
The teaching is the blessing, but the example is the blessing, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
so I want to give honors, as you did, to all past and present leadership of the Moorish Science Temple of America, wherever they are, wherever they were, right?
Yes.
And to quote my assistant Grand Sheikh, Brother A. Hopkins Bey, or not my assistant Grand Sheikh, but this is Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated under the leadership of Brother R. Jones Bey. His assistant is Brother A. Hopkins Bey. And I love how he puts it when he talks about past leadership. He said who did the best they could with what they had.
Islam.
You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out. I don't shout my comrades and brothers out nearly enough, right? So I'm going to do that now. I definitely want to give honors to my leadership of R. Jones Bey, to his assistant Brother A. Hopkins Bey, to their special staff. I want to give honors to my members and my staff at Branch Temple number 11, Syracuse, New York. But I want to give a special honor to my brothers and comrades with Ali's men, right? Got to show y'all what I'm working with. Y'all see it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Scimitar USA. Go look them up. Go look up my brother Nazir. They do their thing.
Yes, sir.
You'll see the patch, Scimitar USA. That's the brand.
Yes, sir.
You all see it, right?
Yes, sir.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
Yeah.
Praise Allah, Mo. Yeah, man. This topic that we have today.
Yes, sir.
Who is Ibn Saud? Now, this is a very interesting topic and seems to be at this point in time a somewhat sensitive topic. However, my objective here at Let's Think Podcast is to present the information. That's it. This is not a shot at anyone's perspective, anyone's research that they have done. I give all honors to anyone doing the research or taking the time and investing their energy, their thought, their consciousness into researching to come to a better understanding of what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali left us. So I like to say that first.
Yes, yes, sir.
I promote healthy dialogues on Let's Think Podcast, never condescending in any manner. So let's get straight to the dialogue, brother.
Yes, sir. But before we do, brother, let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and address the big pink elephant in the room, right? Shout out in Islam and honors to my brother Tahar Bey for this topic, for speaking to this topic fairly recently on one of his shows on Moorish World TV.
Yes,
honest him for delving into the topic, right?
Yes,
it's a very important topic.
Yes, sir.
It's the page 2 demonstration in the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Right?
Exactly.
And there's tons of questions regarding it, right? So praise Allah for the brother for speaking to it you know, from his perspective.
Yes, sir.
You know, and we honor him for that. That's a good thing. You know, but now remember also, well, there's really no but to it. There's honor in him doing that, right?
Yes, sir.
And as you said, it's the topic that's important.
Yes,
right?
Sir.
It's the
Yes,
topic
sir.
that's important. And so as brothers, what do? We support and elevate each other.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying?
Most
definitely. If I have a point, if you see, you can see, brother Sheikh 7 Islamil, you have a different set of eyes than I do.
Yes, sir.
You have a different vantage point and perspective than I do.
Yes, sir.
If you may see me going a wrong direction. If you're my brother, what do you do?
I pull you to the side and I give you the proper information.
You put me on. You put me on.
Yes, sir.
You don't let me continue to go in the wrong direction.
No, sir.
Or what you may perceive to be a wrong direction.
Yes, sir.
Maybe when you pull my coat, maybe I disagree.
Right.
But I have to honor you for pulling my coat, don't I?
Yes, sir.
Because that's what brothers do.
In fact, and even in that same breath, sometimes I may have a different perspective on the thing, and we have that dialogue, and you square my thoughts. You straighten my crooked lines. So, you know, the dialogue should always be healthy, and you know, it's always beautiful to present two sides of a coin.
And it should always be about the dialogue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. About the dialogue. Yes, sir.
When it becomes about the person presenting the dialogue, the person that does that has already departed the dialogue and has already conceded loss.
Yes, sir.
That's how that works.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that's
sir.
called ad hominem. That's what that's called.
Whew.
That's what it's called. It's called ad hominem. You and I are in a discussion, and I don't like the way the discussion is going on a particular topic, so I start attacking you.
And that's one thing that, you know, I desire to never allow to transpire on Let's Think podcast. Once we get to that level right there, you know, I think it's time to turn the camera off and get behind the scenes and figure out what's going on.
You know, and the first thing we do, brother, is we figure out which one of us or have both of us throwing our compass out the window.
Exactly. And I strive not to do that part.
Right.
You know, and I've been, and allow me to say this, I've been guilty of it in the past.
Brother, we all have.
You know.
Brother, we all have.
So
listen, we all got demons. All it takes is an outside source to tickle us or us to allow an outside source to tickle our demon just enough.
Yes, sir. Actual fact.
Yeah.
Actual fact.
That's all it takes.
Actual fact. So Ibn Saud.
Yes, sir.
Ibn Saud. First and foremost, like you said, it's page 2 of the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America.
Yes, sir.
And since our brother Tahaka did his presentation, it seems as though this is a dialogue that is somewhat circulating online in the Moorish world.
That's a good thing. It's a good
and that's a very good thing, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a dialogue that I myself hadn't seen dealt with extensively.
Correct.
Before him.
Correct.
He placed some very interesting points, should I say.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
now, it hasn't been talked about, to my knowledge, publicly on social media or on a social media platform. However, we have discussed it, you know, amongst us. Matter of fact, I did research on it back in 2017, myself and our team, and I published an article, or I didn't publish, I submitted an article to the Moorish Guide newspaper, right, on the topic. Because it was the specific article on Ibn Saud was in commemoration of a meeting that President Trump had with Saudi leaders, right? And that meeting mirrored Franklin Delano Roosevelt's meeting with Ibn Saud.
Yeah.
And so this was in 2017. So we've dealt with it. We've definitely dealt with the issue. You know, we've definitely dealt with the issue. And then there was a point in time where Brother R. Jones Bey had asked us for some research, giving our perspective from our research team on Ibn Saud.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir. So we've been at it.
Beautiful.
Yes,
so
sir.
without further ado, who is Ibn Saud?
Beautiful question. Let's begin with, let's start with the point of, how about we start with the fact that let's start with the obvious. The region that was formerly called the region of North Africa or Afrabia.
Yes, sir.
Afrabia, that has been called the Middle East.
Yes.
The region of the so-called Middle East that is now called Saudi Arabia was formerly called the Hijaz. And it's now called Saudi Arabia in honor of the Saudi family, of which he is a part of. So Ibn Saud is part of the Saudi dynasty, that Saudi family dynasty. Okay, their prominence is accentuated by a dynastic merger between them and another family, and that family is the Wahhabi family. The Wahhabis are important for a number of reasons, but this is one of the major reasons. They spearheaded what's called the Islamic reformist movement. All right. Now, the Islamic reformist movement, in name, I have to say it that way, I have to emphasize that, sought to return to the pure, pristine teaching of Prophet Muhammad. In name. Okay, that's important. Okay, you're talking nearly 1,400 years of classical Islam, right, up to this point, and a number of what could be called superstitions crept in. It happens, right?
Yes, sir.
Number of superstitions and things crept into Islam and to the practice of Islam. So the reformist movement sought to cleanse the practice of Islam of these superstitions, right? Okay. What ended up actually happening? There's an Islamic term called ijtihad. Yes. IJTIHAD. Ijtihad is the ideal of, follow me, making practical Islamic practice, right, applicable to the changing times. So that it's the principle of ijtihad that makes Islamic practice adaptable as man unfolds, his God unfolds. See that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And on the plane of manifest, we learn in chapter 11 what? The thoughts of Allah don't change. Thoughts of Allah change not. The manifests unfold into perfection of their kind. See?
Yes, sir.
So there is development, evolution. That's why we can say the Moorish Science Symbol of America was founded in 1913 AD, even though that name wasn't used or coined until 1928. Because the thought never changed.
Islam.
But the manifest developed and advanced. See?
Yes, sir.
From a barbershop on 181 Warren Street to a second-story room above a saloon on 12th and Rutgers.
Takes on a metamorphosis.
Right.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? So that unfolded, that evolved, that developed, right? Ijtihad is the principle that allows for that development to happen and adaptation to happen in Islamic practice.
Mm.
In short, the reformist movement ended ijtihad. It ended it. Here's basic proof that we all can see ourselves. During our time, our forefathers' time in Spain, all the scholars agree that under African Islam, an African expression of Islam via the Moroccan Empire, the Moorish Empire in Spain, there was almost a near perfect cosmopolitan society.
Meaning everybody lived together in harmony.
There you go. Regardless of your faith tradition, Islam allowed for that. See?
Yes, sir.
Is Islam seen in that same light in the West today?
No, sir.
Very rigid, you get it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
because of the reformist movement. In other words, what we call Islam, what the world calls Islamic fundamentalism, it began with that. It's the truth. That's just the history. See? So even if the Wahhabis and the reformers had good intention, it went south real fast. It went south.
That definitely seems to be the case, because I mean, when we look at it, you know, it seems as though that's very much connected to Islamic extremism.
Oh, no, it is. Bottom line, Wahhabism gave birth to that. The Islamic reformist movement gave birth to that. See, it did. It gave birth to it. It gave birth to what we now call Islamic extremism. See, because where there's tolerance, there is no room for extremism. And as when it comes to religious controversy, what did our prophet say? Tolerance is better than unwarranted opposition.
Whoa.
That's what he said.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
The reformist movement cultivates and maintains an atmosphere of intolerance, and that's what Islam is known for in the East. Intolerance. Our forefathers, under the banner of Islam, were known for tolerance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And in large part, and this is me saying this, just from my observation, the only way I can justify intolerance along these lines, or I would be able to, the only way I'd be able to justify intolerance along these lines is if I mistook the deen or the millah, the faith, for the deen, the practice. And we know that they're two different things.
Yes, sir. Yes,
See,
sir.
if I take the practice as the faith, oh, now we gangbanging.
It's like taking the manifest for the thought.
Thank you. Yes, perfect analogy. Now we're gangbanging because I don't look the same as Brother Sheikh 7 We don't look alike. We live in different locations. What am I doing now? I'm pointing out differences instead of similarities, which is anti-Islamic. That's not Islamic thought.
That's not oneness.
That's not how That's not how our forefathers thought. The Christians didn't practice the same way as the Muslims in medieval Spain. So what was the criteria? Why were they allowed to live in peace there? Because they believed in monotheism.
The belief in one God.
That's it. Oh, you good. Practice how you practice. Pay this small tax. You're good. See? See that?
Yes, sir.
People are looking at the practice. They're looking at the appearance. They're sowing and reaping in a scanty way instead of looking deeper in the soil for the jewels that are there. You got to dig deeper. See? But that's a part of, listen, I'm not surprised at that. Why? Because that's the proclivity of human weakness. That's why. And we all have it. We all have it.
Yes, sir.
Like it or not, the people, the masses need a God they can see. They're not yet ready for the God within. So they need somebody to lead them. In another school of thought, how do we say it? Easily led in the wrong direction, hard to be led in the right direction. See that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See? So back on Ibn Saud, right? Merger between the Wahhabi family and the Saudi family made them very powerful.
Reminds me of King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, their family.
Ooh. Brother, okay. You want it with the analogies today. Because listen, to that point, that's a powerful analogy, because the merger of Ferdinand and Isabella merged two kingdoms to form the first modern nation state in the world, Spain. Merged the kingdom of Aragon and the kingdom of Castile for the sole purpose of what? Getting up enough muscle to finally oust us from Spain, which is exactly what it was and exactly what took place. The Europeans of that day called the wedding of Ferdinand and Isabella the second coming of Christ. That's what they called it. Isn't that crazy?
Yes, sir.
Now, the merge between the Wahhabis and the Saudis, right? What happens immediately after? But not immediately. No, I take that back. Not immediately after, right? Not immediately after. In 1901, Ibn Saud began a military campaign which resulted in the reconquering of his own family's ancestral home at Riyadh and the conquest of most of the Arabian Peninsula. And then in 1912, he founded a military religious order called the Ikhwan, right? And this was Wahhabi Saudi, fusion. And he used it to consolidate the scattered, Bedouin tribes by replacing their tribal organizations with Ikhwan allegiance. In other words, how we used to say in the street, he G'd up. Good. Right? But
like
now,
uniting hood.
But now, in December 1915, he signed the Treaty of Darina with Great Britain.
1915.
And that made the House of Saud a British protectorate.
A British protectorate.
The British Foreign Office that same year lent support to the Saudi rival. Guess who that was?
Who was that?
King Hussein.
Ooh.
That's right.
King Hussein.
King Hussein.
We have
his name's gonna come back up.
Yes, sir.
His name's gonna come back up. Right? And weapons, supplies, $5,000 annual tribute, all of that. And then 2 years later, the Saudi Ikhwan initiated a conflict with King Hussein.
1917.
That's right. 1917. With follow me, the British supporting both sides. That sound familiar?
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
That sounds familiar?
Yes, sir. That sounds familiar.
Yeah. A new treaty signed by Ibn Saud's al-Rashidi campaign and the British High Commissioner in Iraq. His name was Percy Cox. That caused Britain to recognize his new territorial gains. During that conflict, the gains had doubled in terms of territory. while the Saudi family would likewise recognize British territories in their areas. So it was a mutual thing. We will recognize each other, and we will recognize British authority on our own land. Yeah. Yep. Now, then comes the Anglo-Hashemite Treaty, 1924.
Anglo-Hashemite.
Anglo-Hashemite. Okay.
I get it.
The British offered King Hussein an opportunity to sign that treaty, basically to get in the British pocket more securely. King Hussein refused. So now the British pulled their support from him and put total support behind Ibn Saud. So the Saudi-Husseini conflict climaxed when they took control. They defeated King Hussein and took control of the Hijaz. Guess when?
When?
January 8th, 1926.
Whoa. On the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's birthday, 1926.
And in the very year the organization incorporated. Now that says a lot that I want the viewers to really paint a picture around, to grasp. What we grew up in, the world we grew up in, paints Islam a particular way. It paints it, in other words, complexion-wise. What is the complexion it gives it? Saudi Arabian. That complexion was not the predominant complexion during the Prophet's contemporary. It wasn't. In other words, to the West and to the Western world, Islam did not look Saudi Arabian at that time. How did it look? You ready?
Very good question.
It looked Indian. And it looked Palestinian. I can prove it with pictures. Everybody look up a book called Before Their Diaspora. That's all. And you can find a PDF version of the book online. The book's called Before Their Diaspora, and it's a pictorial history of pre-Zionist Palestine. You're going to see pictures in there that you would swear look like the first convention of the Moorish Science Symbol of America. All you see is fezzes and turbans.
I've shared some in my social media. Yes, sir.
There's a lot, so you already know.
Yes, sir.
You already know.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, what was the other predominant visual complexion of Islam? The Ahmadiyya movement. So it looked Indian. See that?
Yes, sir.
You have a lot of people today that, critics out of the Kingdom of Morocco and other places that criticize the old pictures of the Prophet and the Moors, criticize their dress, their Moorish costume, right? And say that's not Islamic. Why isn't it Islamic? What they're really saying is that it's not Middle Eastern. That's what they're really saying. They're saying it's not Middle Eastern because the presumption is that Middle Eastern look is a proxy for Islam. Tell that to the brothers and sisters in Indonesia, the largest Islamic community on the planet.
On the planet. Actual fact.
They don't look Saudi Arabian. Tell that to our Chinese brothers, where Islam is the third largest religion in the entire country.
Their Islam looks Chinese.
See that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you see, during the time of the Prophet, this whole Saudi Arabian mainstream didn't exist. It was just getting momentum in 1926. That's the significance of that. Or that's one of the significances that we can pull from it.
Yes, sir.
See?
Yes, sir. That's very interesting that they began to pick up steam in the year 1926. And as you pointed out, when the organization was first incorporated, and that speaks a lot. That definitely speaks a lot. But we know that law governs all events, and there's no strange happenings.
No strange. Thank you, brother. No strange happenings. Law governs all events. And again, I'll repeat again. What facilitated the takeover of the Hijaz from King Hussein was King Hussein's refusal to sign the Anglo-Hashemite Treaty. Right?
Right.
Now, when he lost, guess what that did?
What did that do?
Ended 700 years of Hashemite rule.
Hashemite rule.
Ended 700 years of it.
Whoa.
And in large part, ended, at least for that region, ended classical Islam.
It's quite interesting that you termed this Anglo-Hashemite.
That's what it's called. Because who was it between? The Hashemites and the British. That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, between the Hashemites and the British. See?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is... See, but now, why is this history important? It's so important on a number of levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
As it relates to time, right? Men's souls and bodies and consciousness, in a large part, are inside of time.
Yes, sir.
Fallen man's consciousness is locked inside of time. That said, the present sits on the foundation of the past. We all know this.
Yes, sir.
That said, knowing the details of this history, we can now see current events much more clearly.
Yes, sir.
See that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's called measuring time in cycle ages.
There you go, brother.
Paying attention to patterns.
They're paying attention to patterns. The gate to every age redeemer milestone of the journey of the race. What's a gate? An event.
Yes.
Or it's marked by an event.
An event. Yes, sir.
There you go. See that? All right. So now the next big issue, the next big date, 1938. Petroleum is discovered in 1938 in Arabia by American geologists of Standard Oil Company working with Saudi officials.
Petroleum. Whoa. That's a game changer.
Oh, tell me about it. Ibn Saud granted substantial authority over Saudi oil fields to American oil companies in 1944. Know what that did? Effectively, United States, through the Standard Oil Company agreement, stole Saudi Arabia from the British. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened. And then I mentioned the meeting of Saudi officials with Franklin Delano Roosevelt, right? That arrangement was further reinforced by that meeting. See that?
Yeah.
Isn't that deep?
Very interesting.
See, now watch this. Now we can look at years and years and years and years and years of American foreign policy with a much more clearer and critical eye. On one end, the West is fond of saying that Saudi Arabia is one of the chief sponsors of terrorism. But on the other end, consistently do business. And after you see that? Hold on, let's look at a more contemporary issue. The state of, and we're not speaking radical, just is what it is. The state of Israel, the current state of Israel, came about by way of what? The Balfour Declaration.
Exactly.
Who was that between?
Whoa.
Well, who was the giver? The taker was what? The receiver was what? The New Zionist state, which were what? European immigrants. Who was the giver? The British government.
The British government.
So the British government.
The hidden hand.
Come on, brother. The British government facilitated the state of Israel a settler colonial state, facilitated and supported Islamic reformism, culminating in Saudi Arabia. Now you can see why. Now you can see why. You could see why over 50,000 Palestinians get killed with the siege on Gaza, and they're Muslims, and Saudi Arabia did nothing. See,
according to the Holy Quran of Mecca, the blood of a believer is sacred.
Come on, brother.
It should never be shared unjustly.
Come on, brother.
And we have a Ummah Muslims being killed by the thousands, and they said nothing.
Nothing.
But you can't say nothing to the person who you laying in the bed with.
You already know, brother. You already know. See that?
Wow.
See that?
Damn.
See?
Whoa.
So, why? Here's the question. Why did the Prophet put Sultan Abdul ibn Saud, Aziz ibn Saud, in our Quran? We don't know. I don't care what anybody says. We don't know for sure. We can hypothesize and we can theorize. But even if we're doing so, we have to do it intelligently. You have to go from what you know to speculate on what you don't know. Because what we've gone over thus far demonstrates that Ibn Saud, as it relates to Islamism, represents everything that our prophet said we'd have to go straighten out.
And according to, the history from 1915 to 1917, all the way to 1926, I mean, he was already in the bed with the British when the prophet was on the manifest doing the work.
It's the truth.
According to the dates, according to the history.
There's a very famous movie that talks about this time period in detail. The movie's called Lawrence of Arabia. Starring Peter O'Toole. It's the story of the chief British intelligence officer that made the inroads. His name was T.E. Lawrence. So none of this is hidden. None of it is hidden. That's right. Wow. Yeah, it's not hidden at all. See?
It's whoa. That's amazing how, as you said, what we experience today has been built upon a foundation set in the past.
Yes.
But when you state it that way, it makes like you said, it makes everything crystal clear. Like, whoa.
Right.
Like, man.
Right. Right. See? So, I mean, there's so many places we can go with this and draw direct connections to.
Let's go with it. Let's go with it, brother, man. We ain't got no time ever was.
Let's do it. So, the relationship between the House of Saud and Muhammad ibn Abd al-Wahhab, right? Who's the founder of the ultra-conservative and fundamentalist Wahhabist reform movement. So now what do we have post-1944? We got ultra-conservative Islam, rigid Islam on the takeover mission, backed by Saudi petrodollars. That's a formidable. Okay. Yeah, that's strength. That's strength for you.
And when you look, when you begin to look into the history of Islam in the West, right? You notice around those times the global push of that particular Islamic reformism that was being pushed very hard. They had missionaries going all over, all over the United States of America, and they were great at infiltrating our
brother
particular organizations.
Here's some historical jewels to your point. When Brother Lomax Bey left, when he left the United States, right?
Sure.
He left the United States because, he had to get up out of
here. Yeah, it was getting kind of hot,
Yeah. It's getting a little uncomfortable for him. He had to get up out of here, right? He went to Turkey under the name Ali Muhammad Bey.
Yes, sir.
And he had an audience with Mustafa Kemal, with Ataturk, and said that he had 20,000 followers. Of course he didn't. But he said he had 20,000 followers. And if Ataturk would just give him some land, they would gladly come over. And they rebranded themselves Turkish Americans.
Ooh.
This is all well known, right? Ataturk basically said no, but he did the Islamic thing. He gave him a little house and some land to cultivate. Within a year or so, Lomax Bey was so destitute, he had to come back to the United States. When he came back to the United States, he first came to New York City.
He ended up in Philly too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Oh, yeah, he was in Philly as well. He helped or facilitated the establishment of a number of quote unquote, I put in air quotes, African American Islamic organizations. He did. These organizations he set up were formerly, listen close, Temple 23 and Temple 41 in Harlem, New York.
Run that back again.
He flipped 2 temples in Harlem with the Eastern Demonstration.
Just like we have Elijah Muhammad's son flipping a whole organization.
That's what happened. He had influence on other temples, on Temple 30, the old Temple 34 in Brooklyn. Yes, he did. Then he finally settles in Buffalo, New York. But he comes back under the name Professor Is Al-Din.
Al-Din, yeah.
That's Lomax Bey.
And isn't it ironic that he chooses the name Professor?
Isn't that ironic? And then if you do a little perusal of his organization that he set up when he got to Buffalo, New York, and you look at their mission statement, it looks real familiar.
I'm gonna have to do that research.
And guess what he called our people?
What's that?
He called our people Semitic Hamites.
Semitic Hamite. Ham and Shem. This good.
Right.
You talking about a remix?
Oh, remix, bro.
Yes, sir. And so not to take it off topic, what would the brother, or still a brother, from the Sudan who came?
Ooh, good question.
And
Sati
Majid, who contested the prophet's prophethood. What would
allegedly Sati Majid was backed by Islamic scholars out of Al-Azhar in Cairo. Those scholars, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those scholars were, of course, at least in part linked with the reformist movement.
Mm. That's what that was basically what my question was going to lead to. If you know if he had any connection to the reformist movement, which would it would seem he had.
Yeah.
I mean, just by his approach.
At least in theological perspective,
Yes.
theological narrative. See
Yes.
that?
Yes, sir.
Now let's put that into further context for the viewers. Upcoming show we're going to do on your platform.
Yes, sir.
Islam and Ifa.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You do research on the development of Ifa in West Africa. It flourished where? Or it flourished how? Under the direct influence of African Muslims. Islam
Furthered it. And advanced it.
Which tells us what, among other things? It was not considered forbidden or haram amongst Muslims at that time.
At that time. That's key.
Today, under the reformist influence,
haram shirt.
There you go.
Haram shirt.
See that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And a lot of things, might I add, that are what I would say key in the building of Western civilization, such as the sciences, the mathematics, alchemy, etc. All of these things were outlawed by these people as well.
Brother, there's white paper out there that you can Google easily. And white paper is, I mean researched, vetted, peer-reviewed papers in the field of mathematics, higher mathematics.
Yes, sir.
That unequivocally admit that the foundation of quantum computing is the Odus from Ifa. And that the European got a hold of it how? In Spain.
Straight from the hands of the Muslims.
In other words, Ifa made it possible for quantum computing. Which means what? At least in principle, Ifa is ancient technology that encompasses quantum mechanics.
Whoa.
Right. The implications are crazy.
Whoa.
The implications are insane.
Yeah, you know what that's gonna make me do, brother? You know, I gotta, hey, brother, you need to give us a book to go study. So we can get a yeah,
the
definitely.
book is called Terrestrial Astrology by Stephen Skinner. You can get a PDF version.
I think I got that.
I think I sent it to you.
You did send it to me. Yeah. I need to get into that. How I got that tool and don't know. Yeah, you know, man, I have, you know, sometimes the study can get so intense, man. You got so much you're going through. You just, sometimes you miss things, you know what I'm saying? You forget what you actually got in your possession, man.
Yes, sir. No, again, yeah, that's right. But that's also another reason why the brotherhood is so important.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
the brotherhood is important because, you know, what I miss, you'll still remember, or vice versa. You know? Yeah.
This is man.
There's a lot here. There's a lot in this topic. That's why I said, going back to what we said before about the brother Taharka, you know, salute to him for breathing some life into the topic again.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because it allows us to really open it up, and to really broaden the scope and the view. You know what I mean? That's what it allows us to.
I hadn't heard anyone, like you said, bring the topic to the public in the manner and the light that he did. Right. So it was very interesting to me. Right. And you know, I had, you know, certain degrees of awareness about the topic, but he definitely opened up some things for me. So like I said, honest to the brother for that presentation.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
how, tell me this.
Yes, sir.
This Islamic reformist movement
Mm.
is that, and I'm gonna bring up Naeem Saladin Bey's comment because it's prevalent.
Okay.
She said exactly. That's my point. For those in the Facebook post, the Wahhabis of yesterday
Are the
are
Salafi
the Salafiyah and the Salafis of today. They see the MST as kafirs. Ibn Saud is a Wahhabist.
is Wahhabi. Yeah.
Wahhabi.
Well, to be technically correct, he's Saudi, but the Saudi family and the Wahhabi family merged through a marriage. So, to his point, Islam, to the brother Salahuddin Bey, to his point, Wahhabism today masquerades as Sunniism. It is just like Zionism masquerades as Semitism. It's considered a deviant, sectarian movement and a distortion of Islam. Okay? Via the agreement or the pact formed between Al-Wahhab and Mohammed bin Saud in 1744, because it goes back that far.
Whoa.
That's when the merger took place, brother. It became the greatest influence on the complexion of modern Islamic practice through Abdul Aziz ibn Saud after the discovery of petroleum in 1938, because now you had the monetary engine behind the reformist effort.
So now you got the bag behind it.
You got a bag. You got a bag behind it.
You can push it anywhere.
Now, through associations with the World Muslim League and the Muslim Brotherhood and other groups, and backed by those same Saudi petrodollars, Wahhabi missionaries were sent into West Africa, India, the United States, other locations where the League funded schools, distributed literature, gave scholarships to attend Saudi religious universities. Come on, bro. What happened?
It was a takeover.
It was an Islamic crusade, brother. Yeah. And how the Europeans came with the Bibles first and then the guns?
Yeah. And you know what? It's still going on today because...
Of course it is.
I mean, look at all of the places where you can get free Qurans. I'm talking about anywhere. Walk inside of a smoke shop, it's there. It's walk inside of a gas station, you got Quran stands. You got, and I'm talking about all this literature is for the free. You know, and you know, they you know, hey man, but it let you know it got a bag behind it.
I like that you brought up Sati Majid, because the brief encounter between Sati Majid, the alleged brief encounter between Sati Majid and the Prophet indicates what? That the Prophet was opposed to Wahhabism. No getting around it. No getting around it. See?
Yes, sir.
No getting around it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So tell me so. Hey, give us some of the tenets of the Wahhabis.
Well, the main one that comes to mind for me now is just the rigidness of the elimination of ijtihad, right? Meaning, no, it's this way, and if you're not doing it this way, we cut your head off. That's not Islamic.
It's not Islamic.
Never was. It's not Islamic.
Never was.
But isn't that what we see going on?
Yes.
That same mindset?
Yes.
You don't practice the way we practice, you're not Muslim. Huh? Abraham sacrificed animals. Jesus observed the Sabbath.
And possibly didn't pray 5 times a day.
No. Which, by the way, is not Quranic. I'm not saying it's wrong to pray 5 times a day. I'm saying it's not in the Quran of Mecca to pray 5 times a day. It's in the commentary. See?
Yeah.
This is the move. This, what we're talking about here and talking about Wahhabism, right, is the catalyst that moved masses of Muslims from the Quran to the Sunnah and the Hadith as primary examples instead of the Quran itself.
As the Quran should be the primary. Yes, sir.
The best Hadith is Quran.
The Quran. Yes, sir. The Quran states that.
The Quran says that.
Yes, sir. The Quran itself states that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And due to let's say when we speaking about this topic, it has to be deliberate mistranslation. It has to be deliberate mistranslation because I don't speak nor read and write Arabic fluently, but I have the ability to notice certain words when I see them.
Come on, brother.
And you can literally see the word hadith in the Quran.
Yes.
Right there. Like it's there.
It's there.
But like Sachs ourselves, people who've been to Al-Azhar, people who've been educated upon Quranic Arabic, you mean to tell me that you did not see that word right there?
Come on.
And it's within, and the word is used. Like, how often do you hear Muslims speak about use the word hadith?
Right.
So why wouldn't it be translated as such in the Quran by those who translate the Quran?
Right, brother.
So therefore, we see a narrative being pushed.
Yes, we do. We see a narrative being pushed. So what you have, instead of, pardon me, the faith of Islam that Prophet Muhammad brought those people, you have them pushing. A lot of what we call is religious intolerance is not religious intolerance. It's racial and cultural intolerance masquerading as religious intolerance.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not even religious. It's racial and cultural. But they can only really pull that off on who?
Us.
People who are ignorant of their culture.
That's why,
That's right.
Hey. But however, this is something I wanted to say too.
Yes, sir.
This is the topic that I would like to deal with. And I want to be honest.
Yes, sir.
It was a topic that I saw, and it's the brother made a very interesting point when he began to speak about Ottoman Turks and the word Turk.
Yes.
Now, when someone says Ottoman Turk, that means that automatically I'm insinuating that that's a type of Turk,
right? Because
you had to say I'm an Ottoman Turk,
right.
Now, who were the Turks that our Prophet Noble Drew Ali was speaking about in the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America?
Let's quote chapter 46, instruction 7.
Yes, sir.
The Turks are the true descendants of Hagar, who are, he didn't say were, are is contemporary. In this particular case, contemporary to the year 1927. See what reading comprehension can do for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And just to say, the brother Tahaka made that distinction.
Turk and Ottoman Turk, right? This is my take on it. This is my take on it. Turk is general. The phrase Ottoman Turk, It's a little more specific. This is what I mean by a little more specific. We're talking about representatives of the Ottoman Empire.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Simple.
Okay.
Simple. See that?
Hmm.
Now, back on what we were talking about between the conflict between Ibn Saud and King Hussein.
Right.
Both Ibn Saud and King Hussein were fighting against the Turks. That's interesting to note. The British were not feeling the Turks. That was the bigger enemy.
You're right.
That was the bigger enemy, people. Why was it the bigger enemy, though? What do you all know about the history of Theodore Roosevelt, the president, before? In other words, that was before Franklin D. Roosevelt. Why he got the phrase, speak softly, carry a big stick.
Demonstrate, Mom.
It was Theodore Roosevelt that helped facilitate the end of the Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire, like the Moroccan Empire, like the British Empire, was a world power. See? When was the head of Satan taken off?
1453, Byzantine.
By who?
Muhammad.
Now, we know that Muhammad or Mehmet, right?
Yes, sir.
That was the takeover of Constantinople, which later became Istanbul.
Yes, sir.
Constantinople was a very key city because it was the gateway to the East.
Oh.
It also represented the eastern side of the Holy Roman Empire. The western side was what? Spain. The Vatican. More specific. Or not Spain, the Vatican, sorry. The Vatican. So you already know the symbol of the double-headed eagle.
Yes, sir. Was
Satan to be bound then? Answer.
He was only be bound in part.
Yeah, one of the heads was taken.
One of the heads. Bro, come on, man. Why you do me like that? Yo, that was a slick one right there. That's something I never caught, bro. Man. I don't know if anybody else in the chat, caught, what he just said, Yeah. Oh, I appreciate that. You're gonna make me go in my toolbox. You're gonna make me go in my toolbox, brother.
Right. Man. The Holy Roman Empire emblem is the double-headed eagle, brother. You know that, though. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we did it to them via Muhammad II and Mehmet II. We did it to them in 1453. That was there. Remember the Alamo 39 years later when they did it to us in Spain. See what context does for you?
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa. Talk to me more about the British Empire, the Brits, and King Hussein. Who is King? Because see, I've heard that name somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, it was in an article.
Brother, check your Facebook DM right now, and what I sent you, please put on the screen if you can.
I will. Hold on just a second. Oh man. Boy, I know I've seen that name somewhere, man.
I'm about to show you.
Let me email that to myself right quick.
Yes, sir. But as you're doing so, right?
Yes, sir.
What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. The whole thing about Wahhabism.
Yes, sir.
Right? Prior to that we discussed the very aggressive push of Wahhabism through Sunniism, right? How the Saudis, sponsored schools, scholarships, books, all this stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Prior to this push, the visible expression or complexion of Islam, especially in the West, reflected classical Islam.
Yes, sir.
Abdulaziz ibn Saud used oil wealth to aggressively spread Wahhabism, suppressing classical pre-reformist Islamic practices, with British power backing him to eliminate all of his rivals by 1929 and 1930. King Hussein in 1927 was exiled to the island of Cyprus. His ideology, now in full force, ended nearly 1,400 years of accepted religious practices surrounding the Hajj and other things. The majority of which were already sanctioned by a millennium of Islamic scholarship. So the ending of Ijtihad and the forcing of their myopic view of Islam effectively covered over 1,300 years of accepted Islamic practice from Prophet Muhammad.
Whoa.
So when our prophet said he brought us the true and divine creed of Islam, who's going to argue? Who can argue?
Let's see if I can get this up on the screen. I'm going to have to use my phone to put it on the screen because my computer is tripping. But we can still do it right here, brother. We can still do it right here. Because I want to get this up because I see and this is it. This is it.
Told you, you my brother. I got your back, brother.
Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Told you.
Yes, sir. This is it. Let me put this on the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is it. That's it, brother. Right there. Let's see here. Well, this technology is something, man.
Isn't it, brother?
Yeah. Come on here. Let's not do this. Here we go.
All right. For the viewers, this is going to be of great significance because many of the viewers have never even not only they not seen what you're about to show, they never even heard any inkling of this.
Yeah, I had to pull in another one. Excuse me.
Worries.
Yeah, I had to pull in another one just so I could.
Just so you could show it.
Yeah. Yeah, more. Here we go. Share screen. Stream info. No, that ain't what I'm trying to do. That's not what I'm trying to do. That's not what I'm trying to do. Hold on, maybe it came. Man, come on. I need this on the screen. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. It should have said, man. It should have said. Let me see here. Come on here, man. Sharif Anael-Bey. Oh, it's still sending. Oh, it's still sending to you.
Oh, okay. To me?
No, it's to me. Going to me to my.
Oh, got you.
I had to send it from my phone to my email. Yeah, it's still in the. But keep going though. I'll play it as soon as it goes through.
No worries. So, our prophet you know, in the directing of the development of the Moorish science symbol of America, he was acutely in tune. That's one of the things that this shows. He was acutely in tune with the current world and regional events of his day. So let's go back to that question. Why is Sultan Abdulaziz ibn Saud's picture in the Quran? We don't know. This is what I think. What I think is, see, when did Ibn Saud take power? 1926. When was that Quran published? 1927. It was contemporary events, brother. It was what was happening at the time. It was a demonstration that the Prophet was in tune with world affairs as it related to Islam and Islamism. See?
And you know, hey, it makes perfect sense, bro.
Yeah.
And to give credit where credit is due, you know, the brother somewhere made an insinuation of that himself. So, you know, again, honest to the brother, man, for his presentation.
Oh, absolutely. So now, right now, but here's other things, and this is what you're, you know,
I sent you a text message. Email it there for me if you can.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, because my phone is tripping.
Got you. Let's see if I can do that. So, you know, there's a lot of scholars that have published things that basically say, in short, that Prophet Drew Ali knew a little something about Islam, but he didn't really know Islam, and he wasn't connected to the Islamic world. The mere fact that that Ibn Saud's picture's in there tells you what?
Lets us know that he was aware.
See that? Exactly.
Yes, sir.
And some things that other people may not know, which is what we're trying to show. If we can get it to them, right?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get this done. Email.
I'm gonna go grab my charger so my phone doesn't die. Hold on just a second.
No problem, brother. All right. So, you know, one of the things that we're going to show, you know, inshallah, is that during this time period of the Prophet being on the manifest, there were representatives of King Hussein and representatives of the Moroccan nationalist resistance movement. In other words, the last vestiges of the Moroccan Empire in the United States, recruiting members of the Moorish Science Temple of America to help fight in the Rif Wars.
Here we go. We got it.
Praise Allah.
Here we go. Here we go.
So I'm going to repeat what I just said when you were out. What we're about to demonstrate to you is, yes, the Prophet was connected to the larger Islamic world, and yes, the Prophet was connected to Morocco. We have proof. We have proof. See? We have proof.
Yes, sir. We definitely do.
Yeah.
We're about to do it. No. Hold on time. Here we go.
There was a relationship between the Moroccan nationalist resistance movement and Prophet Noble Drew Ali that we can demonstrate.
You can see this?
I can't see anything right now.
You can't see it? Hold on, let me go back. Hit share. Okay, share. All right, can we see it now?
Boom. I want you to read it, brother. That's from the Toledo Blade in 1931. 1931, people.
All right. Prince faces pistol charge. Doesn't that sound for me? Excuse me.
Yo. Oh, I'm gonna spit my cheese, bro. Literally. Yo. Woo, all right.
All right. Okay.
I gotta make a speedy reparation for even laughing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, oh man. Yeah, it's amazing how history repeats itself.
Right.
Moroccan major says he didn't know of arms ban in Toledo. Governor Ali Mustafa Abdullah, admittedly a Moroccan prince and organizer for the Moorish Holy Temple of Science.
Boom. Keep going.
Who shouldered a rifle in the Rift Wars.
Yep.
Was held in the safety building Thursday for carrying a pistol.
Stop right there. For the viewers, the Rift Wars are the wars that were being fought in Morocco against French occupation of Morocco. That's what the Rift Wars were.
Yes, sir. Let me get it back over here.
No problem.
I don't know what just happened. How did I do that? Hold on. Here we go.
There it is.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's get back to it.
Scroll down to the bottom. Go down further.
There we go.
There it is. See?
Yes, sir. Says I am the son of King Hussein, who was exiled on the Isle
of Cyprus.
Back in 1927.
Stop right there. That's where you saw it from, Mo.
Yeah.
He's the son of King Hussein. Keep going.
Be informed, newspaper reporters, and I hold the rank of major in the Rift Army. I pray to Allah that I'll get out of this trouble. I didn't know it was considered wrong to go armed in Toledo. Abdullah, who speaks 5 languages fluently, will be examined by the grand jury. McLean Bay, 23 Nebraska Avenue, arraigned with him before Judge Donovan in police court, was fined $25 and cost for disturbance.
So what do we got here, people? Our brother Governor Ali Mustafa Abdullah was 3 things: son of King Hussein, a Moroccan prince, 4 things: a major in the Rift Army, and an organizer for the organization under the Prophet.
Whoa.
Now, let me give the further context for us when our research team, Ali's men, found this article. Got a call from a sheik under brother Emmanuel Braswell Bey.
Yes, sir.
He said, brother, how did you hear about this man? I said, brother, it was a newspaper article. It's public. Why are you asking me? He said, because when you all made it public, brother Braswell Bey thought that some of us were discussing internal affairs amongst us with you. I said, well, why would that be considered an internal affair? He said, because we have letters to and from Governor, from both Emily Eel and Kirkman Bay. Braswell Bey actually read one of those letters to me on the phone.
Wow.
Follow me on this, people. Now, we already know Braswell Bey is no fan of the quote unquote ink. Right?
Right.
Braswell Bey. Wow. So as regarding Brother C. Kirkman Bey, he's called Colonel Kirkman Bey. So for years and years and years and years and years, you have those that honor Brother C. Kirkman Bey, and I'm one of them, that says, oh, well, he got that from the government, the colonel from the government, and the presumption is that the United States government. And then you have people who oppose Kirkman Bey that say, oh, that means he was working for the government. He was a plant. He was a rat. Braswell Bey smashed all of that with the proof. The Moroccan nationalist resistance movement was the last vestiges of the old Moroccan Empire pre-1956. He received his colonel commission from them. So says Braswell Bey. Now what? He was a real colonel. Now what? See that? Now, guess who else received? There was others that received military commissions at that time. Former Grand Sheikh of Subordinate Temple Number 11, Brother G. Moss Bey. You've seen the pictures where he has like the Garvey type military outfit on. He was the head of the Moorish American Drum and Bugle Corps.
I've seen the picture.
He was a major. Major Moss Bey. So in one of the letters, they expressed remorse over the untimely death of the prophet and then confusion as to who they need to speak to moving forward. In one of the letters, Brother Emily Eel referred to Gavrona as Your Excellency. See? When the prophet said in one of the warnings, there's a host of jealousy about me by those on this side of the nation who claimed it was only a joke and unreal, until they heard from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as American citizens. Bro, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. When Lomax Bey had the big meeting in 1929 in Temple, or at the end of 1928, I believe it was, in Temple 4, 1,500 members present, and the prophet was present. And when he openly went into rebellion and said, look at me, I will guide you through, and then said, we're not sending any more finance to Home Office, and then chased the prophet around with a knife. That's when the prophet said, I have a good mind to leave you all. And then they said 2 men stood up with foreign garb in the meeting and said, if you harm one hair on his head, we'll kill you all. The prophet was G'd up. Y'all just don't know. think about what I just described, which was an actual historical event. It sounds like Jesus, after he got done praying in the Garden of Gethsemane and then checked his disciples for falling asleep on the job, they're supposed to be muftiing for him. And then the Roman soldiers ran down on him, and Peter draws his sword and chops off the one Roman soldier's ear. And Jesus heals it and says, yo, chill. That's not what I'm here for. I could have easily done that. I could have called down the white-clad soldiers and cleaned them all up. See? See? That's what that sounds like, doesn't it?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
That sounds like. See? This is a deep demonstration.
Yeah, it got it. Yeah, you my man, bro. You can see my wheels turning.
Yeah, it's a deep demonstration. Bro.
Like, bro, man, I'm just in gratitude for this information. You, brother.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah. Whoa, look what this conversation done to. Oh man. Oh man. So what Whoa.
Yeah, brother. Like I said, this is a deep, deep thing. And see, Prophet teaches us, right, via Elihu. You study yourself, and you studied well. You come back and ask, what do you study? What is it? Yourselves. You ain't studied enough. The moment you think you're deep enough, you ain't deep enough.
Praise the Lord.
Look how deep this thing goes. See? Look how deep it goes. We're still trying to figure it out, man. And that's if we're honest with ourselves. Anybody that says they got it is like the person that says, oh, I know myself. Yeah, right. You still got more study.
This is interesting, man.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. King Hussein.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Okay, hold on. I know where your mind's going. Yo, bro, for those that dig deep, there's a lot of jewels that we can see, aren't there? That we can aim at, aren't there?
Mm-hmm.
First one right off top, proof. The prophet was connected internationally.
Internet.
People always say, oh, well, there's the historical Moors and then there's the temple Moors. And that, yeah, right. Prophet was linked up. See? Prophet was linked up. And he said, do what? Imitate I your prophet. Didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Shout out to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad of the Nation of Islam. In his, he did a pamphlet at one point, 2-part booklet pamphlet that looked like our Holy Quran and More Science of America. It looked like this, and it was called Supreme Wisdom Volume 1 and 2.
I have both of them.
Praise Allah. And in it, one of them, it says, I've always admired, you know I'm quoting it.
Yeah.
I've always admired Marcus Garvey and Noble Drew Ali. Both of them were fine Muslims. Those of you that follow them should now follow me because I'm only continuing what they started. Did I quote it right, brother?
Yes, you did.
Praise Allah. Okay.
You did.
So, that being said, right? In our questionnaire, who's guarding the holy city of Mecca today to keep the unbelievers away? Answer: angels. What is the modern name for those angels? Answer: Asiatics. What does it say to their skin? Answer: olive. Are the Moorish Americans any relation to those angels? Yes, we all have the same father and mother. Okay, hold on. Question 38. What is an angel? Angels are thought of Allah manifested in human flesh. What are angels used for? Carry messages to the four corners of the world to all nations. Now let's go back to chapter 46. Oh, hold on. Question 68. What people represent the higher self? Answer: the angels who protect the holy city of Mecca. See where we're going with this? Page 57, chapter 46. I'm sorry, 45, chapter 45. Let me correct myself from earlier. It was chapter 45, not chapter 46. Instruction 7. The Turks are the what? True descendants of Hagar, who are the what? Chief protectors of the Islamic creed of Mecca. Beginning from Muhammad I, the founder of the uniting of Islam, by the command of the great universal God, Allah. What am I saying, people? At a particular point in time, I forgot the date. Elijah Muhammad got a visit from 2 men from Turkey. They sat down and had dinner with some of the other ministers. Our brothers in the nation know the story very well. The men didn't speak and didn't smile. So at one point, Elijah Muhammad breaks the silence with them and says, listen, Abraham in the book of Genesis got a similar visit. But it was 3 men, and then 2 of them went their way. And Abraham asked the question, what is your business? So I'm asking you, what is your business? And they told Elijah Muhammad in front of the ministers, our business is the same business as those angels. Then later, at the Savior's Day address, Elijah Muhammad introduced those men And he said, he named one of them Sati Majid. I'm not Sati Majid, sorry. Sorry. It was Semi-Otacon. That was the name.
Semi-Otacon.
Semi-Otacon. Semi-Attakhan. Semi-Otacon. And he described them as scientists. He said they're from Turkey. They are scientists. He said, but in religious terminology, we would call them angels. And he said that they are holding back the winds of the four corners of the world that will cause America to be destroyed. Sounds like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was in his questionnaire.
Seriously.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he was digging deep beneath that rocky soil for real.
He dug deep, see? What we'll do is we'll read that and go, oh, that's interesting. Nah, he went out and made the connections. He imitated the prophet. See?
I'm going to go look that name.
He imitated the prophet. He
do they got
those connections.
Do they have that Savior's Day address here on YouTube?
Brother, all you got to do is you can do it right now as we speak. Google Semi-Otacon and watch what pops up on YouTube. Pictures and everything.
Spell it.
Semi. Attakhan as in now.
Otacon. Let me pull up some images of this guy. Oh.
Told you. Oh. Told you.
Oh. Let me go over here. Oh, I don't want to play nobody else contact and get struck. But oh yeah.
You see it, don't you?
Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at.
Yes, sir.
So we can make sure. Share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Can you see it?
I don't see anything yet.
Okay, let me see.
There we go.
This guy?
Oh, yeah, that's him. That's Semi-Otacon. That's him.
Oh. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Okay.
Like I said, looks like he was in his questionnaire and he wasn't digging. He wasn't digging in a scanty way. He wasn't sowing and reaping in a scanty way.
He definitely wasn't.
Nah.
He definitely wasn't. And that, let's talk for those who are looking, and a lot of ones in the Asiatic community and the conscious community, before we jump out the window,
right?
Ones would say he looked to be
European.
There you go.
Right. See, here's one of our problems. If I can be critical about our members of the Moorish movement.
Mm-hmm.
See, we're to give up the names and principles that delude to slavery. Colorism is one of them. Am I white-splaining or being playing respectability politics or being an apologetic to Europeans? No. I'm saying color code race classification doesn't exist. And colorism is a symptom of color code race classification. How did our prophet say it allegedly? If you think you could tell who someone is or what they are by looking at them, you're burnt up from the start. You're burnt up from the start. See?
Whew.
Yeah.
Okay, Elijah. Okay, Elijah wasn't playing.
Nah.
I honestly,
Yes, sir.
I heard that story before.
Mm-hmm.
I had never seen the picture,
Yes, sir.
nor taking the time to really go look for
Sure.
the video, and I'm going to look at that
Mm-hmm.
tonight. I'm going to look at that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, that's most definitely something. It's most definitely something. Yes, sir. Um, I want to let everybody know who's watching if you have any questions that you would like to have answers, send us a super chat. We'll
Oh
put
yeah,
it right up on
absolutely.
the screen, and
Absolutely.
we'll get your questions dealt with. To everybody who's in the chat, I appreciate your support, honest and gratitude. Do not forget to hit the like button. Please hit the like button for us.
Yeah.
Please hit the like button.
Listen, people, we have more and more and more and more and more
More.
information.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna put the brother. I'm gonna put the brother Sharif Anael-Bey's check cash app up.
Oh, praise the Lord. Thank you.
And if y'all would like to donate to the brother, please donate to the brother's cash app. It's right here on the screen.
Praise the Lord. But listen, yeah, we've got lots of things. One of the blessings of being a member of a Moorish American research team and think tank is that we challenge ourselves, and we, just like a debate team.
Mm-hmm.
See, if we're talking debate, real debate isn't a real like classical debate competition. Is a competition on debate, not the topic.
Mm.
So you have a topic, and then you have pro and con. The contest is who can present the most compelling argument on both sides.
Right.
So you get it?
Yeah.
Who can present the most compelling argument on both sides? So in a real classic debate competition,
Mm-hmm.
both sides have to be able to argue pro and con better than the other.
Mm.
That's how that works.
That's interesting.
Yes. You have to be able to argue pro and con.
I think Sister Frances Rest Curlin was good at that.
Very good. But guys, but why is that? People think, wait a minute, that sounds like devilishment. That sounds like trickery. No. If you're being told right on top, or right up front, that the competition is judged on the most successful debater, not the topic. See, if we're talking the topic, then you get it. Okay, you represent pro, you represent con. Understood. That's something else. But if we're talking about debate, see, right, then it's who's the best debater. Just had to point that out.
Yes, sir.
Just pointing that out. But now, but one of the merits of this is this. This is what we do as the think tank and as a research team. We research the opposition's point of view. So we do. We research the opposition's point of view.
And but truly that makes you what that does is make you prepared to even have a dialogue on the topic.
We've answered their questions before they're asked. That's one of the reasons why we're good on our feet.
Makes me think about that debate with Reggie.
First thing I did, brother, was study his position.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
First thing. Yeah, study his position.
And you destroyed it from the gate.
And now, I again remember, I'm part of a research team, so it was a team effort. You see what I'm saying? It was a team effort.
I remember.
Right. Right. Now, one thing I can credit myself for is that the team provided so much raw material. Okay. So much raw material for me to work with. I devised the strategy and the implementation. That was me. I devised the strategy. I devised how. In other words, they gave me lots of bullets. I'm the one that designed the gun.
Yeah, great analogy right there. Yeah.
I'm the one that designed the gun. That's
Yes,
how
sir.
that went. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Man, hey, that was that. Yeah, you designed that gun very well, brother.
Praise the Lord.
Yes.
But again, it's always a blessing to have a team.
Oh yeah, and you know I know quite a few of the brothers over at Ali's Man, and you definitely have some great researchers over there. Most definitely, some great thinkers, and
Shout out to my brother Khalil Allah, aka shout out to my brother Khalil Allah, aka Maliki Farad.
yes, sir, that's most definitely the God.
Yes, God, right there.
Yeah, praise be to Allah.
Uh,
Peace, Almighty.
yes, sir.
Let me see what we got here. Let me see, make sure we ain't got no questions in here. Yeah, because I ain't want them. I ain't want them to make them.
I want to say this too, right?
Yes, sir.
Because truth is truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was not implying that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America by making that connection. Or let me take that back. I didn't make the connection. The connection exists.
Yeah.
I didn't make the connection. The connection exists. Yes. I just cited the connection.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Truth is but one.
Truth is but one.
That's all. Truth is but one. So I'm not implying that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America or that he actually got that out of the questionnaire. But he used the terminology angel, interchangeable with scientist. He said that he's holding back the winds of the four corners of the world that will destroy America. And question 38 just happens to say, was an angel thought of Allah manifesting in human flesh? What are angels used for? Question 39, to send messages from the four corners of the world to all nations. Just happens to say that, right? Semioticon came from Turkey. Our prophet taught us that the Turks are the chief protectors of the true Islamic creed. Now, that being said, there's a whole bunch of things that exist in Istanbul regarding Islam that could never exist in Saudi Arabia. They would call it haram in Saudi Arabia.
Mm.
There's tributes to women, Islamic saints in Istanbul, Turkey.
Mm.
See?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Wouldn't see that.
Sheik Assistant Grand Sheik.
You wouldn't see that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And that's one thing. And you know, the Wahhab, you know, this Islamic reformist movement, one thing they did, didn't they go against the Turks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got to remember, follow me, right? You have big cycles and then you have smaller cycles.
Right.
You have big occurrences and then smaller intermittent occurrences that happen as a result of events in the bigger circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the fact that there was Arab-Turk conflict tells you what? Somebody wasn't being a Muslim.
Yeah.
The Muslims were not united.
Yes.
See?
Yes.
All right, just the fact that happened.
Right.
Let's know that.
Right.
Which is how the British could say, oh, we'll fund both sides of the conflict.
Mm.
And why King Hussein had to bite the bullet. He knew what was coming next. The moment I say no to British influence is when they double up with my enemy and I'm in trouble. And that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And that's what happened. That's what happened. See that? Ain't that something?
Yeah.
The Ottomans, brother, opposed Zionism. This is one of the reasons why there are pictures of Nazi Germans with fezzes studying the Quran? Is it because the Ottomans were Nazis or sided with the Nazi agenda? No. It's because they disliked the same thing, Zionism. See, when it comes to war, come on, we know in the streets, right? When there's a fight outside the club, it gets to a point where you don't know who's fighting who, do you? We've been there. We've been there. It ain't like it how it is in the movies where you got this side, and they just do this, and then nah. It's not how it happens. Things get way more convoluted.
And then this makes this picture in the front of on page 2 of our Quran even more interesting, being that we know that Hussein was at it with that particular side.
Yes.
And we have the history that, you know, we had connections with King Hussein.
Yes.
But yet and still, Ibn Saud is still in the front of our Holy Quran. That's
it's, you know what it is, brother? The prophet was doing this Sherman Helmsley, brother. He was moving his shit. Yo, keep it calling what it is.
Yes, sir.
See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, it was shaking and baking.
He was networking.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then at the time when we was participating with the war, it was with the French, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was with the French, brother. That's right. That's correct. That's correct. And it is a fact. It's a fact that that the Moroccan nationalist resistance movement was recruiting members of the Moorish Science Symbol of America to help fight in the Rif Wars. That's a fact. That is a fact. Now, that being said, hold on. Shout out to our elder in the Moorish Science Symbol of America, Sister Graves. I'm sorry. No. Sister Warner Bay. Shout out to Sister Warner Bay. She's a walking treasure. She's a living legend. Because besides she and her husband, her late husband, founding the Historical Society of Islamism, which essentially is our version of the quote-unquote hot box, she was personal friends with the Prophet's wife, Sister Pearl Drew Ali. And they were friends all the way up until her passing in 1994. Okay? She published an article in our Moorish Guide newspaper a number of years ago, or wrote an article that was published about the Mufti Corps, about the early history of the Mufti Corps. See, the Mufti Corps and the Moorish Science Symbol of America Incorporated goes way past 1938. The year 1938 is significant with us because with us in our grand body, we made it official. The way the Mufti Corps is the way it, as it is. But it went before 1938. During the time of the Prophet, and I have to say it that way, during the time of the Prophet, it wasn't called the Mufti Corps. It was called the Moorish Intelligence Bureau. We are the first MIBs. Men in black. Caught that, right? That was slick, huh?
That was very slick. That was very slick.
The Moorish Intelligence Bureau is what it was called. That's right.
So here go another question.
Yes, sir.
How were they able? Now this is the Moroccan army, right? How were they able to recruit American citizens to their army?
Now, I can't. I mean, we have. That's interesting. I can't tell you 100%. I'm just being honest. And follow me, people. It's a sign of maturity and a sign of integrity to say you don't know something when you don't know something. it's disingenuous and harmful to put up an approximation or theory or a notion as if it is true. That's your response.
Yes, sir.
That said, I don't know 100%, brother. I do know some things that point to it. Our brother F. Turner Ill in the 40s acted on behalf of other Moorish American Muslims in courts, representing himself as a consul. Now we know Title 22, Section 14, Title 22, United States Code, Chapter 2, Section 141, dealt with consular authority of the United States in Morocco. So there were what we call consular courts, consular authority. And I would presume it went both ways. Why? Because of the treaty. I don't know. I'm presuming. But all that ended when? 1956.
Yeah.
It ended in 1956.
Whoa.
Again, just the things that we know regarding this topic open up some very, very, very rich and potentially rewarding avenues for further study.
Just knowing that, you know, it made me automatically ask, wait a minute, we're American citizens. You know,
right.
and you know, unless you had dual citizenship or something of that particular nature,
or some connections,
or some type of connection, I don't see how that would even be, you know, lawful. You know what I'm saying? Or
but we know it was actually happening, brother.
Yes, sir.
Ain't that something?
So that means that's something we need to study and you know, look into how this was happening.
See, the opponents to the prophet thought it was just an around the way thing. They thought it was just a cool hustle. They thought it was just a cool religious hustle until after that first convention.
Thought it was a joke and unreal.
How the KRS once said, went from around the way to around the world. They thought that they were running things. Turns out the prophet was running it. They were just running around in it.
Yes, sir.
See?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man. Man, look where this conversation took us, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
This thing was bigger than we even know, and that's why it's kept so quiet. That's why it's kept so hush. And I'm just going to say it. That's why the petty arguments are encouraged to keep us from focusing on stuff like this.
I would say so.
Yes. Yes. We're arguing about Kirkman Bey versus Mealy Eel when it was never Kirkman Bey versus Mealy Eel. I said it. It was never a personal beef. See? And what are we arguing about at the end of the day when it comes down to right down to it? Two members of the organization we're members of. Why are we arguing about that? See that?
Right.
Why are we arguing about that? When there's so much work to be done.
Exactly.
Arguing about that outside of, man, just too much time on that, we're spinning our wheels, people. We're spinning our wheels.
Yes, sir.
What did the prophet say? I brought you everything it takes to save a nation. I take these and do what?
Save yourself.
Come on.
Save yourself.
Come on. We have to learn to work together. There's a number of things that Brother Sheikh Sevenil believes or practices that I don't believe in. Does that in any shape, form, or fashion stop us from being brothers?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. See that?
What it does with me is, you know, maybe some people, some individuals, it would make them want to be, somewhat uh combative. But me, this makes me more interested. I want to know why you do what you do, when you do it, and how you do it, and what type of results and experiences do you obtain from it. That's where I am along the way. You know what I mean?
Let me put it to you like this. And brother, this is from me to you. You don't know I'm about to say what I'm about to say. This is from me to you in the presence of your viewers. Right? Regardless as to whether I believe I agree with you on certain things or not,
Mm-hmm.
what's way more important than that is your display of sincerity.
Yes, sir.
That I see. And that comes from character, not personality. I see how whatever it is you're doing, or whatever it is you believe, I see its effect on your character. Because I interact with you, so I get to see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See that?
Yes, sir.
That's what's most important. As per chapter 5, the Holy Quran and the Moorish Science Temple of America.
Praise be
These
to
tools
Allah.
remind me of the tools that we handle in the workshop of the mind, where things are made of thought and we build up character. See that?
Yes, sir.
That's it. I don't care what you know. At the end of the day, can I trust you with my money?
Most definitely.
Can I try? I already know that, brother. With you, that's a rhetorical question.
Yes.
But
yes.
You get my point. Can I trust you with my money? Can I trust you with my family? Can I trust you with my children? Can I see? That's what caused us to fall. And we are back. Just like when you get drunk to try to Astaghfirullah, but you get drunk to try to chase away your problems. Well, they go away temporarily. But just like that drunken high goes away.
Here they come again.
Ta-da. You got to wake up to the same problems. That's what we did 500 some odd years later. We are here today to fix the things that we screwed up 500 some odd years ago. And we all agreed to come back to do it. Ain't no happenings. Law governs all events. Same spirits. You know how I know it's the same spirits? Or the same souls?
Why is that?
The same foolery is happening. That's how you know.
Yes, sir.
That's how you know. The European didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. And the European just did a cleanup job.
And we continually whooping ourselves.
I like how Brother Brother R. Jones Bay said it this way. Whew. Man, oh man. He said it like this. We're not punished for our sins. We're punished by our sins.
The result of choice.
Right.
The result of particular thoughts that create conditions.
Come on. See that? We're punished by
them. Not for them.
Not by them. Crazy, right?
That's a whole nother way to look at that.
Right. But think about it. It's perfectly in tune with our teaching and perfectly in tune with the prophet gave us about the true nature of man and Allah. Allah never made a heaven for man. He never made a hell. We are what? Created and made our own. See that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wow. Oh, I want to ask a question. Have you ever read this book?
Let's see it. Of course.
I'm finna read it.
Hold on.
It's for the viewers, so y'all can see it for the viewers. It's gonna be one of my
copy. Well, I don't think I have it in this office. Anyway, listen. That book is gonna piss you off. It's going to tell you in advance. That book's going to leave you're going to have the nasty face, like, this is nasty work. because it is nasty work. I have to tell you. That book is nasty work. You know who tore that book up?
Who?
Our sister Dana Marnici. Shout out to sister Dana Marnici. Dana Marnici whooped that guy.
Whooped him.
Whooped him. Whooped him. The author of that book has taken the perspective of, this is literally the perspective. That's why it's called Black Morocco. He's taking the perspective of the people that you would call black were all slaves and lower class.
I'm gonna read it just so I can see.
Yes, sir.
But
when I first got the book, I was excited. I said, "Ooh, this might be good." Nah.
What about this one? Because
but hold on, it's good to have.
Okay.
Because, like I said before, you want to be a researcher. Let's talk about that for a second for the audience.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about what is not research. I come up with an idea, and I think this idea is right. So I only find evidence that supports my idea. That is anti-scholarship, people. It's not scholarship. That's called confirmation bias. See?
Yes,
that's what that's called. That's traveling on a road with a whole bunch of gigantic potholes, but you don't know where the potholes are. See? You don't know where the potholes are.
Right.
See that? That's what that is. That's not scholarship. Scholarship is, there's a topic, I need to be able to argue for it, and I need to be able to argue against it. But I believe it's true. So the first thing I'm going to do is find evidence to the contrary and vet that evidence. See?
Okay.
That's scholarship, which requires a level of transparency in your heart. You cannot be so attached to what you believe it or what you want it to be that you'll put blinders on and only see what you want it to be. See?
That's like walking through a tunnel with no light.
Absolutely.
It's like driving down the highway pitch black without your headlights on.
For real. Because you on purpose, you're only seeing what you want to see. And it's always the thing that you don't see that gets you killed.
Right. Right. Here's another one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Stanley Lane Poole. Yeah.
I've began this one, but I haven't gotten really all the way through it.
Yes, sir.
Well, give me your opinion on that book right there.
It's good. It's really good.
All right.
I'm about to grab a couple that I think your audience should know about. Let me see. Here we go. So I grabbed 4. One of them I've shown before.
Lost tribes and promised lands. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lost tribes and promised lands.
The origins of American what?
Racism. Listen to what it says on the back. I'm just reading part of it. Lost tribes and promised lands nimbly zigzags through space and time, doggedly chipping away at the myopic history of discovery and righteous conquest that has been reiterated for decades by the same ideological forces responsible for centuries of mythological prejudice and racial strife.
Mythological.
Placing, listen, 14th century Spanish intolerance at the origins of American racism toward African and Native American. Man, listen.
Wow.
Yeah. Sanders elegantly weaves complex threads of colonial economics, religious exceptionalism, and xenophobia into a heady and often infuriating thesis on the history of racism. You need this in your library, people.
I'm gonna get it. Inshallah, I'm gonna get it.
Inshallah. This one, you absolutely must have.
The Unknown Arabs. Who wrote that, brother?
Dr. Tariq Berry. It's called The Unknown Arabs, Clear Definitive Proof of the Dark Complexion of the Original Arabs and the Arab Origin of the So-Called African Americans.
Yes, sir. Definitely going to get that one.
This is a book on why the prophet says we are Asiatic. See, because, follow me, the Euro-colonialist view of our people in Africa is that West Africans are like this little monolith over here that they call the true Negroes, and that they are in no way connected to our brothers in the Levant, our brothers in North and East Africa, or Egypt. That's where that whole thing comes from. They want to make everything north and northeast of the Sahara what? The Middle East. And say, oh, they're Arabs. Oh, Arabs conquered Europe. Not you black people. Arabs did. Correct. See?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Now, here's another one. This is an old one. This book right here was printed. This was this is like what, 1865?
Ooh.
If I'm not mistaken. But here we go. You can already tell by the way it looks.
Yeah. What's the title? I can't see it. Ooh. Ooh. I still can't see it. Still can't see it.
It's called, it's the History of the Conquest of Peru.
Ooh.
And the Civilization of the Incas.
Ooh, yeah, I gotta have that one. Hold on. Let me write it down. I just wrote that one down.
Yes, sir. History of the Conquest of Peru.
Yes.
With a preliminary view of the civilization of the Incas by William H. Prescott.
Ooh. So here's another one that you want.
Africans and colonial. Oh man. They gotta be. Oh man. The Inquisition.
Right.
Oh,
and then this last one.
Afro-Latin America. Oh, I already know this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know, I want to show somebody. I want to show everybody this.
Yes,
I'm proud of this one because I can't. People tell me they have problems finding this one. But I got my hands on it, and I got it with. I got my hands around it with dear life.
What you got? What you got? Oh yeah, absolutely. It's difficult to find. Now you know who's got. You know who's got. There's a whole chapter dedicated in there. To Sister Dana Marnici.
Oh really?
In that book.
Definitely going to check it out.
Yeah.
I haven't read the book in its entirety.
Yeah, Golden Age of the Moors, man. That's a powerful book.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is another one of my favorites. I think everybody has read this.
Yes.
Another one of my favorites.
Yeah, brother. So see, this is what people need. What we're doing is, you know, and again, those are people. Do you have to be a scholar, like trained and educated in college? No, but you do have to acknowledge scholarly methodology.
Yes, sir.
You do have to do that. Okay. Yes. There's a methodology. You gotta honor the methodology. Okay, you got to.
Yes, sir. Here's a book.
If you got an issue with, or if you have an issue or a disagreement with somebody's presentation of a particular topic, your issue is with the presentation and their sources, not the person.
Right, exactly. This book.
Ooh, I like it,
brother. I know you'll love this book.
Yeah,
bro, you'll love this book. Bro, look, I want to read something right quick.
Go ahead.
This is correct, man. Listen, it says right here. Let's see. Um, I'm just gonna read a portion of it. It says, "My study of astrology evolved out of my reading many books on Edgar Sayce,
Yeah, in
in
your
which he,
case.
yeah, when he which he consistently emphasized the souls select the time to reincarnate in order to obtain planetary vibrations that would help them complete karmic debts and promote soul growth.
That's real.
By now, you are saying to yourself that you can't remember any of your past lives.
Mm.
The reason we temporarily forget our past lives is God's protection from the remembrance of negative lives, which would only cause deep distress. However, your subconscious remembers them,
Come on,
and,
brother.
and they surface in dreams through fears and personality difficulties. When you are ready to face yourself, the veil lifts and allows you to remember. Hypnosis, of course, has the ability to lift this veil, but should only be attempted by hypnosists who have an understanding of reincarnation and can be of assistance to the client if any difficult lifetimes are relived. Too
That's
many,
powerful.
too many times the client becomes the personality he once was rather than being the observer. Thus,
Brother,
thus great distress can ensue.
yo, that is so powerful. You know what that is, right? Don't you hear our prophet?
Yeah.
You hear him? What did he say? And backwards through the ages, man, as trace themselves, and thus they know. What did he say? Let us forget the flesh and go with mind into the land of fleshless things. Mind never does forget. Come on, man.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. And it says this, and this is like this is the preface.
Yes.
It's not even the book. This is preface. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it goes on to say, in our spiritual form, we remember all of our physical lifetimes and can recognize the areas of life that still need work.
Mm.
Preparation is then started to seek the best time, parents, and country which would be most suited to meet the specific karmic atonements and would also allow spiritual growth.
Praise Allah. Wow.
Man finds himself where he can best what?
Solve his problems best, brother. Wow.
Bro, like, you'll love that book, bro.
Yeah, I wrote the title down.
Yeah. You'll love that book, man. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Wow. Like, yo, bro, like, man, one day we're gonna have we should do a show where we just share a whole bunch of books, you know.
Yo, Mo, let's call it a Mexim Armory, because that's what we call our archives. That's what we call it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Call it a Mexim Armory.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's right. Yo, let's definitely do that. That's powerful.
Yes, sir. I would love. Let's see. We got a question.
Yes.
Let me see. Oh, I think they. I think they're having I think they was having a conversation in the chat.
Oh, okay.
That was a good question. I like how he worded that. That's Brother Cook. Oh, is that Brother? Is that him? No, that was Brother Awareness Daily. Okay. Oh yeah, he's Awareness Daily. He's always on it. I'll be seeing him in on NYP Talk Show too.
Yes, sir.
Awareness Daily is always on. He said archangels or archangels.
Ooh. Okay.
Let me put it up for you. We were talking about the subject of angels, I guess. I think that's what he got. I had to put it up there because I ain't want to let that one get away.
Wow. There's a lot that can be said with that. Matter of fact, let's use that. Thank you, Brother Awareness Daily.
Yes, sir.
I, with your permission, would like to use that as a title for a show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
this is why I say that. See the symbol?
Yes, sir.
4 arcs, right?
Mm.
Okay, hold on. In old Sufi lore, in our particular Sufi tradition,
Mm-hmm.
before the beginning, what we would call the beginning or a beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
The beginning is formation of order among chaos.
Mm.
Chaos is emptiness, meaning there's something there, it's just not organized.
Doesn't have a purpose.
There you go. In the old Sufi tradition, disorganized virgin matter is called al-Johar, meaning the jewels. How many jewels? 28 of them. What are those jewels? The 28 letters of Arabic. What happened when the holy breath, Ruach Elohim in Aramaic, Ruach Elohim, the spirit of Allah, the spirit of God, moved upon the face of the waters in Genesis, right?
Right.
The holy breath acted upon the disorganized jewels and they begin to organize. They organize first based upon dark and light, then darker and lighter. That's 4. Then they flocked into different directions.
4 directions.
Different corners. And those corners became the 4 elementals.
The 4 winds.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Holding back the 4 winds.
Yes. And each one of those 4 elements is made up of 7 letters.
Oh.
Your 4 arcs, your archangels. All right, that's enough.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, we got that one coming up. We definitely got that one coming up. We'll have that thumbnail ready. Yes, sir. We'll get that one ready. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh man, that was ooh. And you know, I know what order you're a part of, and
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But again, see, people will say, "Oh, you belong to this group in that order, this and the third." Listen, I'm in the Moor Sign Symbol of America.
Yes, sir.
Our prophet made those secrets plain. But you still have to have eyes to see.
Right.
Okay. Just because they're plain don't mean they plain to you.
Right. Just because they plain don't mean they in plain sight.
There you go. That's right.
Right.
That's right. Yeah, this is the age of Aquarius. It doesn't mean you just get everything on a platter. It means you can actually get it, but you got to go get it. You got to dig. In the age of Pisces, it didn't matter. If the higher ups didn't want you to get it, you just weren't going to get it. This is the age where you can get it, but you got to dig. You got to go. This ain't no I sit on my couch and you just hand it to me. Nah, it's not how this works. How do we say it in another particular school? I did not so receive it, neither can I so impart it. Right. How did Clay Sloan say it? Shout out to Clay Sloan, right? In the movie Training Day. Around here, you got to put your own work in. Right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And especially, man, you know, when ones truly want to get into investigating and experiencing the possibilities of man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That goes beyond just okay, yes, the information in books can lead you or point you in that particular direction. Yes. However, it's a certain work and a certain type of, you know, time and energy that you have to place into doing certain things that will develop you to a certain state where you would actually experience those things. So,
brother, I'm glad you said that. I have to run, but
yes, sir.
Before I do, brother, I'm so glad you said that. See, and I want to say this for the sake of the viewers. The books you held up, the books I held up, That wasn't because somebody said, go get that particular book, or there's some secret book list floating around for Moorish Americans that we're not sharing with anybody. No, you getting those books is a result of the prophet pointing your consciousness in the right direction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what that
Yes,
is.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
That's right.
That's exactly what happens. Mo, I know you got to run. I want to tell, man, it's always a pleasure to have you on, brother.
Love you, brother, man. Like
I
this
love
is
you too,
this is powerful. I always,
Yes,
I get a charge, but that's how it's supposed to be. When higher selves meet each other.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When higher selves meet each other.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And brother, I want to tell you, congratulations on your new spot.
Praise the Lord. Thank you,
brother. I see you doing that, man. And it's always good to me. It's always good to see a brother advance, grow,
brother,
progress.
We all should cultivate the spirit or the thought that I have a personal interest in making sure you win.
Yes, sir.
So I love it when I see when I see our people progress. It's dope. I love that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I feel like I take it personal. Like, yeah, that's us.
Yeah, that is most definitely us,
You know
man. It's most definitely us, man. And I posted something on my Facebook today. I said, told all the Moorish American Muslims, no matter, what our differences are, I love you, right, wrong, or indifferent.
Bottom line.
You know what I mean? And I truly mean that. You know what I mean?
Bottom line. That's right.
I know there are people that disagree with me. I know that there are ones that probably wish to not see me do so well. Right, and right. That's life.
Right.
However, I don't have to share in your energy.
That's a fact. And as a matter of fact, right? Negative energy and people who practice the occult arts and even the lesser occult arts, influencing people or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. They know what I'm about to say. They know this very well. For me to wish ill on my brother Sheikh 7 ill, for me to wish ill on him, I have to do a number of things. First, I have to presume that he has an open gate to the negativity, meaning there's a part of him that wishes ill on himself. We all got it.
Yes.
We all have our own demons to fight.
Yes, sir.
Now I have to craft a demon, because that's what that is. When I wish ill on my brother, I've crafted a demon. And then I send him. But what do I have to do it? I have to invoke my own devil. That's what I got to do. That's what's happening, whether we realize it or not. And then I send it. But guess what? What if my brother Sheikh 7 ill is on his deen and he's already forgiven himself for all of his former transgressions? That means there's no place for my ill will to attach itself to.
So now it's return to sender.
Thank you. That's what happens. That's what happens. See?
Whoa. Hey, yo, everybody, man, listen. Let me do this right quick before you go.
Yes, sir.
Just so everyone can see. Go up here. Here's our brother's Cash App once again.
Oh, praise the Lord. Thank you.
Please support the brother. Whatever you find it on your heart to donate to the brother. There's Cash App. Like I said, I was going to say before we jump back off into another dialogue, that's what we do. We'll be like, we're going to go.
I know.
And then we on the phone for another 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes again, because we done piped it up. But the brother been putting the work in. Listen, that show that you and the brothers did on Facebook.
Sakara Sacred Healing. Shout out to brother and sister Barry Bay. If that ain't the dynamic duo, I don't know what is.
Man, the holy breath?
Yes, sir.
Bro, yes, sir. Y'all went there.
Praise Allah.
Y'all went there. And for everybody who's watching, who's friends with me on Facebook, I'll go to my Facebook page and I'll share that again, so everybody can get it, man. Amazing show.
But again, just like you, brother, you bring a particular spirit. And what it does is, I mean, I have an idea of what I'm going to present or speak to, but your particular spirit draws things out that I never thought were there or I never thought to present. You know, so it's always it's always a synthesis. It's always a joint effort. Always.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And just to let everybody know, I'm new to the podcast thing. You know,
you are new. That's right.
I'm new to it. You know, I've only been doing this a little over 2 months now. So I'm only going to get better, inshallah.
Praise Allah.
And we're going to get better together.
Absolutely.
We're going to upgrade. We're going to upgrade. You know, Let's Think Podcast will upgrade. You know, that's why we ask for donations.
Yeah.
Because I do plan on getting nice cameras. I do plan on eventually getting into a podcast space. So those are goals. Those are visions that we have at Let's Think Podcast. So I can eventually start doing some in-person podcasting, like getting brother Sharif Anael-Bey down from New York.
Praise the Lord.
Come from Syracuse down to Charlotte. I lodge him for a week or so. Let him enjoy Charlotte. You know, we get a little podcast in.
Yes, sir.
And then maybe he could beat me up with some kung fu a little bit, teach me.
I don't know about all that. I don't know. You know that sweet science. I don't know.
Hey man, boxing. Hey yo man, boxing has been a very difficult experience for me over the last couple of days. The way I've seen myself.
Mo, you know how our prophet said it. He said, "We're for love, truth, peace, and freedom, and when these principles are violated, ... You know."
Man, that brother, man. Man, shout out to Ryan Garcia, man. You know, man, and salam alaikum to my brother Devin Haney, man. You know, inshallah, you'll jump back. You know, you come back tighter, and more prepared. I don't know what happened that night. But what I do when I say, and I don't know, we don't even talk about sports, but man, that we both fighters, we love combat sports.
Yes.
You know, it's like, man, what I saw was, bro, he got took off his game before he even got in the ring.
Before he got in the ring, bro.
You know, he was taking off his game before he got in the ring, bro.
That's right.
And once they made the little $500,000 bet for every pound that he came in overweight, and Ryan asked him, "Are you going to meet me in the center of the ring?"
Mm-hmm.
Once he said, "Yeah, I'll meet you in the center of the ring," I knew the fight. I knew he wasn't where he's supposed to be, because that's not a fight that he was supposed to fight against Ryan.
Right.
Devin Haney's not a big puncher. He's never been a big puncher. He knocked nothing out in over 5 years. Right. So, you know, for you to pick this fight with a known puncher, Ryan is a known
puncher to stand in the middle of the ring.
Nah, I knew it wasn't.
That was like that reminded. I'm glad you said that. It reminded me of the old Tyson Pinklin Thomas fight. And prior to the fight, Pinklin Thomas is like, "Yeah, everybody tries to brawl with Tyson. I'm gonna box him. I have the longer reach. I have the jab, and I have the range. So I'm gonna move around. I'm gonna use my jab and use the ring and control the distance. I'm gonna box him." And the commentators ate it up, and they ran to Tyson. They said, "Listen, hey, he's kind of right. He's got a point. Other people try to brawl you. He said he does have the reach. He's gonna use the range and use his range against you. What do you got to say about that, Mike Tyson?" Tyson said, "Everybody got a strategy till they get hit."
Yeah. Everybody got a strategy.
And in the third round, Tyson hooked him with the left hook to the liver, took his legs from him.
And it was over.
He changed his strategy. He said, "I'm going to stand in the ring and brawl."
And that didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, man, hey, man, the boxing is going to be good this year, man. We got a couple fights coming up. We got Javante Tank Davis going to fight Frank Martin.
Yeah.
We got, of course, it's an exhibit. Well, you know, Tyson act like he for real. He's going to fight Jake Paul. I'm scared for Jake Paul, bro.
I really am, bro.
I'm scared for him, bro. Like, he don't know. Like, Mike I love Mike, man, but you know when you start talking about combat and fighting, Mike turn into something else, bro.
It's not a. That's the thing. When Mike came on the scene, it in a sense it ceased to be a sport because it wasn't a sport to him when he got in that ring.
And you can tell, and he still has that
He
mentality.
still got it. Yeah,
You know,
got it. He still got it.
so
That's right.
and we Usyk finna fight Tyson Fury.
Yes.
That's gonna be a good one.
Oof. Yes, it is.
Man, we got some good fights, man.
Yes, we do.
We got
Yes,
some
we
good
do.
fights. So I'm definitely, you know, I ain't no gambling, man.
Right.
But and I'm glad I'm not, because I'd have lost a whole bunch of money the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not. I'm glad I'm not. Praise be to Allah.
Praise the Lord, right?
Yeah, that I ain't, you know. Oh man.
How our brothers in the nation said, the restrictive law of Islam is our success at any time.
Yes, sir.
How did the prophet say it? Before love can come on board, purity must pave the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, I don't love the money, but I certainly appreciate what I can do with it. You know what I'm saying? The conditions that I can create with it. So I don't want to throw it out the window.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So
correct.
It's like throwing the baby out with the
water. Right.
Can't do that,
I gotta travel, brother, man.
Islam.
Good to see, bro. This is always a good thing, man. Love you, brother.
Always, brother.
Yes,
Love
sir.
you, brother.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Peace. Peace. To everybody, I appreciate y'all coming on. I really do. I have a lot of things coming up here soon. We're gonna have some members only content you won't want to miss. So go ahead, you know, if it's within your reach, within your power, your will, your desire, go ahead and become a member of the channel, join the channel. Because like I said, we will have membership only content coming. And for members, we're gonna I'm gonna be linking with my brother Muslim. We're gonna be situating possibly once a month for members. We'll be giving away free trips, free vacations. My brother's a traveling agent, so he's gonna be coming in to donate those services and donate those perks for the members. Also, donate to the Cash App if you find it in your heart. I thank everybody for all the support, all the donations that I have received. Continue to support, because with your support, I can continue to do what I do, and I can upgrade what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, get some more cameras, better computers, more screens, so I can do what I do more effectively for you. Bring you this information, and anybody in the comments, man, you know, leave in the comments. You want to see somebody in particular on the show? Leave it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? You can find me at Sheikh7 Islam L on Facebook. You can find me at Sheikh7 on IG. Send me a DM, send me an inbox, and maybe we can make that happen for you. I do enjoy viewer engagement. So, you know, I want to hear from you. I want to know how you feel about the shows. Don't forget to like and comment. Don't forget to like and comment. NYP Talk Show. Brother Ron, Brother Mikey Fever. Love y'all brothers, man. Thank you for your continued support. Khalil Ali Allah, I seen you in here. Supreme Angel. Maliki Fard. Appreciate you, brother, man. William Cook, I appreciate you, brother, man. Khalifa Muhammad, I appreciate you. Let's see who we got here. Muhammad Ismail, I appreciate you. What's that? Ty Kenlock, I appreciate you. And pardon me if I butcher your name. It's not on purpose. Alamo Moya, appreciate you. Awareness Daily, always appreciate your interactions, God. Peace. Who else we got in there? Rich Anael-Bey, the Mo, Peace Mo, Islam. What's that? How I pronounce it? I don't want to. But anyway, creator of the boundless universe, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the super chat of $7. Appreciate the super chat. I really appreciate that, and I wish I had seen it, and I have been paying attention. Bonut, peace, beloved. I appreciate you. I really appreciate everybody. Um, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that I keep it hot and I keep bringing content. And like I said, anything y'all, any individual that you would like to see on the show, put in the comments, contact me, email me, and I can see if I can make that happen as long as within the confines of what what we do and demonstrate here on the channel, long as it be done in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and in a civilized manner. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And we're gonna get a sisters panel up here too, man. We're gonna have to do a show with the sisters, man. Yeah, that's what you can do. Put some sisters in the chat. In the chat. Put some sisters that y'all would like to see on the show. Put some sisters in the chat y'all would like to see on the show. Oh yeah, man. Richard, yeah, Anael-Bey. We gotta do kung fu with the Sheik. I'd like to see him like I can't wait to see the episode on NYP Talk Show with him and brother Ron get in the gym. I would love that. We can build on that. On what topic? We can build on it. I mean, the sisters are, it's wise sisters out here too. We can pretty much any topic. But I would like to do one on sisters experience and the knowledge of self. Yeah, business, law, we can do it all. We can just get us. Yeah, we can do on multiple shows. You know what I'm saying? We make it part 1, part 2, part 3. And we can have we can do it with different degrees. Sister Maya Bay. All right. All right. And I have been getting Kiana Jackson Bay. Indeed. Richard Neal Bay, you know how we do. You know how we communicate. Maybe you can just, link us all in and we can get it in that way and set something up. I'm gonna get Krista Glover L on there, man. How's everybody doing? How y'all feeling? I care about my supporters. I care about the viewers. How y'all doing? I was just finna say something about the twins. Yeah, I'm waiting on Corey and Carrie, Alinde Yale, the Sheiks, to inform me when they're gonna be coming on. They should be coming on soon. So everybody who's been requesting them to come home, they'll be coming inshallah soon. Sister Seabreeze Bay, I love Sister Seabreeze Bay. I'm telling you, she be about that business too. She be Sister Seabreeze Bay, boy. She don't play. She'll step out there on you on Facebook. Shali, salam family. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I plan on getting that one in. I plan on getting some brothers of the craft that y'all don't know too. So you know who I'm gonna get on here? I'm gotta bring my sister Kittlezel on here, Kimbria Kittlezel. I gotta bring her on here. You know what I'm saying? It's my sister. I truly love her spirit, and I want her to get up here and you know share some of that wisdom that she got, man. Because it's sister sharp, sister sharp. And so I would love to get Sister Dana Manichi on here too. That would be beautiful. You can find me on Facebook by I'm gonna put the name in the chat right quick. Since we still live, put the name in the chat right quick for you. Chat. My Facebook right here. IG, you can find me at this. Now, Sister Kittlezel, not our only rapper. You gonna forget about Sister Noel Pricell, as dope as she is, Brother Neil Bay? Don't do it. No, don't do that. You forgot about Sister Noel Pricell. Man, Sister Dope. And I'm a Moorish American lyricist. I got a surprise coming too. I certainly do. I certainly do. This was you. Just wait on it. I want to, and for all Moorish American musicians, if you're a Moorish American musician, a songwriter, a cameraman, an engineer, what may have you, reach out to Brother Noble Terrell Bay. He's an engineer, great mixing, great engineering, man. Link up with him, and he also has plans to, you know, put together a Moorish American project. So I'm definitely with the brother on that, as well as my brother Shemel. He's planning to put some things together. So I'm with him. So let's for all those Moorish American artists, let's put it together. Let's do something. Oh yeah, man, Sister Noel Pricell, but hey man, bruh, her and Carrie, man, you know, Sister Kittlezel too, man. Them sisters are very talented, brother. Richard Neil Bay, when I'm gonna get you on the show. Oh, and I know some brothers from the NOI to get it in too on the mic. So, well, I'm finna tighten up for the night, man. Shut it down and get ready for to get back to business for the week. And everybody been asking me, you know, to do a show strictly about, you know, a show about the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. And Allah salam, brother Khalil, honest and gratitude for the support, brother, man. You know it. Neil Bay, brother. Maybe we can get you in, brother. Sharif Anael-Bey on that joint. Both of y'all can host the joint and host and co-host the joint and interview me. That'd be dope. That will be a switch up too, bro. It'd be interesting. Like I say, you know, gonna get ready for the week, shut it down. But listen, again, honest and gratitude for everybody that checked in and views the channel, everybody that supports. You know, become a member, join the family. Because like I said, we're gonna have them personal, we're gonna have the membership only content coming, and definitely purse for members only. You know what I'm saying? I try to show love to everybody to support, but you know, when you become a member, you know, we got levels to membership too. You got levels too, so go check it out. Sharif Anael-Bey, my brother, he in the chat. Islam Sheikh, I always appreciate you, brother, man. Love you, bro. So, everybody, I'm about to sign out. I extend my 5. Peace and love. Honors and gratitude again. I appreciate y'all for everything that y'all do. And until the next time, you know, we touch them topics that they don't want to touch. Let's Think Podcast. And Sharif Anael-Bey ready to do that interview. He wants y'all gonna double team me. Is that my brother Raphael Moore? Islam Muslim, that is you. That is you, Islam Muslim. Yeah, you came in on the back end, but I know you're a busy brother. I know how you get, man. You know, I know you got it. I know you about that work. Islam Sheikh, yes, sir. Praise Allah. But again, I love y'all. Peace and love. Till the next time, let's think so we can save ourselves.